Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to talk about how you create your own authentic world. I've talked about it before. This is what I feel like branding is. It's creating something that is completely authentic to you, doing things in a way that is unique to you, and therefore making it more enjoyable and just more right for you. Basically not doing things in a certain way because you feel you should. If you are new here, hi, welcome. I do make videos regularly on branding, marketing, social media, and all the visual stuff like styling, staging, videography, photography for DIY musicians and bands. So if that is useful to you, then please like and subscribe. Okay, let's dive right in. If I can try to explain this a little better, how I see it is your music is at the core of your authentic world. It is the foundation, the essence, the core. It's in the middle. And then when you create this world, you basically add components around it and you keep adding them as you go on naturally. You keep developing, you keep defining, and you end up with this whole unique world that is you, completely you. There is no competition because it's so distinct and unique to you. Everyone can see it, whether it's your audience or people you want to work with or labels or managers. They know exactly what you're about and they're like, yes, I can propel these people further, or I love what they're doing, I'm now a fan, etc. You get the gist. So music is at the core, or even if you're a business or a service, your business or service is at the core, and you add components. And this video, which I now realize is going to be a set, because I think this one, if I did it in one, it would be a gazillion hours long, gives you some of the components that you can consider. And I'm just going to go more in depth than I have before. I've given you a video up here and up here. There's a couple of like building your brand foundation, the steps I take when working with someone on branding, that kind of thing. But I'm going to go more in depth in this little now mini series. I'm trying to sit this way so I can put the graphic here. The graphic is on my Instagram and Pinterest, so feel free to jump over and save it and obviously have it to refer back to. But I'm going to talk through it in this now series. So there's no specific set order, I'm just going to work through it in a way that I think is easy to understand. I take all that back. I would do this bit first. So there's no set order, but I am going to work through it in a way that I think would be the best kind of way to go about it. The most important is what is in this video is the first bit I would do, and then the rest might come to you in different ways. So first of all, strategy. And this I've broken into philosophy and positioning. I did tell you we're getting deeper in this video, okay? So philosophy is your why, how, what, when. So first of all, why are you doing this? You need to figure that out. What is your purpose? Why are you doing it? That is your purpose. And it's good to know why, because if it's like, oh, I think I should, then you don't want to be doing it. I'm sure none of you have that reason. Being a musician and wanting to be like an original musician, you're not going to do it because you think you should. I think most people have the passion for it, but get your why down. Then we've got the mission, which is your what. So this is what do you want to do? And then I've put this into 3 different goals. So short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. You don't have to have loads of each, but I would have at least one goal. What do you want to achieve by the end of next year or the end of this year? Maybe mid-term, what do you want to achieve in 2 years? And then long-term, what is your ultimate career goal? I think that is the key. Your ultimate career goal is super important. So as a musician, think about what the end goal is for you, the ultimate goal. That is super important, even if you can't think of short and mid-term yet. Then your vision. So this is how you're going to do that. And that's kind of what we're talking about now. The how is working out who you are, what you can do to be true to you, and basically creating this authentic world is kind of your how. So that's something that will be developed over time. The more work you can put into building that foundation, the sooner the better, but it is something that is long term and will continue to develop. How you're going to go about this in a way that is unique to you, and therefore how you'll have more chance of success because you are doing something different to what is out there. And then your when, which is obviously the time frame. So I just add time frames to obviously your goals. Don't just have short, mid-term, long, put a time frame on them. And again, you can break this right down. What do I want to achieve by the end of today? What do I want to achieve by the end of the week, the month, the year? Put time frames on your goals so it gives you something to work towards, and then break those goals down into tiny, tiny steps. Purpose, vision, mission, and time frame is your like brand philosophy, and that is part of your strategy. Then we've got positioning. So this again, it's your unique selling point, and I think you will have lots of them. There will be a unique aspect to your music. There will be a unique aspect to your visuals. Everything will be unique to you, and this world together, made up of multiple components, is a unique pie. So that's kind of covered, but you definitely need to think about how distinctive your music is, and I'll link a video up here that will prompt you with some more questions in terms of that. I think you're probably already there, but if you're not, that video might help. Then you've got your audience profiles. So at the very least, I would get location, age, and gender for your audience. You can look at your analytics on social media, that will give you a super clear idea. But having a basis, again, to grow from is super useful when doing marketing and advertising. You can also look at the audience of bands that you're similar to, even if they're super big, if they're similar kind of genre and vibe, then you can definitely look at their audience and maybe get some more information there. Competitors, this is more of a business sense, but you can look at artists that are a similar level to you in a similar genre. They're not competitors because, like I said, everything is so unique to you that no one is a complete competitor. People can like a gazillion bands, that's fine. But use that word as a like, people who are similar to us. Keep an eye on their social media. What are they doing? Just be aware. I think awareness is really, really key in this kind of stuff. You don't have to compete with anyone, you don't have to jump on every trend, but being aware of what's going on is super important. And that goes for industry and market analysis as well. This is more geared towards a business in terms of the analysis and creating like a unique product or service. But just be aware of what's going on within your genre, within your local music scene, and within the music industry as a whole. Just stay up to date with how things are going in terms of going digital, in terms of like marketing trends, labels, stats, that kind of stuff. Just be aware of your industry and what's going on. Because if you do want to get a record deal or a manager or something, and you can go in being aware of all this stuff and being like, we've tried to get our marketing plan to this, they're going to be super impressed. And obviously if you do have a label, you'll have a team that deals with this, but while you're doing it on your own, just gear yourself up as much as possible. Okay, this is going to be an insanely long series. I do apologize, but I hope it's helpful. I've put this graphic out there, so I just wanted to talk through it. But this is the end of part 1. Join me for part 2 if your brain isn't too frazzled. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye!